Chad Lewis has always been a winner in life and on the football field. Lewis was a state champion at Orem High School. He then walked on to BYU, where he became a three-time all-conference tight end as well as academic All-American. Though he didn't get drafted, Lewis went on to play for the Philadelphia Eagles and St. Louis Rams, where he was named to the Pro Bowl 3 times. But Chad says his biggest victory came when he married his wife, Michelle, and today they have 7 children. The author of Surround Yourself with Greatness knows what it takes to be great.
My definition of greatness are things that are positive, strong, dependable, consistent, humble, faithful. Notice I didn't say anything about being rich or famous. I think people who are great are people who do the small and the big things the right way.
Chad has done things the right way, and now he's our new Mormon Times correspondent. Today, Chad introduces us to a man he believes is great, Utah's Harvey Gardener.
Who's the gardener?
Harvey Gardener is one of my heroes. When I think of great men, Harvey is near the top of my list.
What is your definition of greatness?
One of my favorite scriptures is in Helaman, the 5th chapter, and it's a 12th verse. It says, "And now, my sons, remember, that upon a rock of our Redeemer, who is Christ, the Son of God, that ye must build your foundation, that when the devil shall send forth his mighty winds, yea, his shaft in a whirlwind, yea, when all his mighty storm and hail shall beat upon you, it shall not have power over you to drag you down to that gulf of misery and endless woe, because of the rock upon which you are built, which is a sure foundation, a foundation whereon if men build, they cannot fall."
When it comes to building, Harvey is one of the best.
That's me welding.
For 9 years, he helped build Lake Powell's Glen Canyon Dam. Then he built his own company from scratch, Page Steel in Arizona, a company that has employed thousands of workers. He's also a man after my own heart. He played and coached high school football.
I asked you, I said, if you had it to do all over again, would you be a football coach or would you run Page Steel? And what did you tell me that day?
There's times I said I'd trade my wife, my kids, and everything I own for a first down. The most sincere prayers I've ever given have been over a blasted football game, you know?
Harvey is definitely a man of prayer and a man of faith. Not only did he serve our country in the military for 4 years, he's been a bishop, a husband and a father of 7, a mission president in New Zealand, and an Area Authority 70.
Probably the one thing I feel better about than anything I've ever done. When I was in Area 70 and traveling all over the North America, Southwest area, every stake I'd challenge them to memorize the family proclamation. And if they would memorize it, I'd give them a pocket knife and a CTR tie tag. And Louisville, Texas was one of the first ones I did. And over 600 people in that stake memorized the family proclamation.
From 600, it's now 26,000 people who have memorized the family proclamation, thanks to Brother Gardner.
Did you send out knives and tie tacks to 26,000 people?
Yeah.
Wow. What would be your advice for the younger generation right now?
Follow the living prophets.
You won't go astray.
You won't go astray. Read and study and everything, every word that they write. What a privilege it is to be a member of this church.
As we bring to a close.
Chad Lewis joins me now, and Chad, I sat near you during that interview, and every time he talked about following the prophet, you could just feel the Spirit, couldn't you?
And that's how it is every time I'm with him. I love Harvey. He's just one of the great people, and I'm so glad that other people get to see him through this story.
Now, I got my pocket knife. I know you got yours too.
That's right.
Can you believe he gave this and the CTR tie tag 26,000 people memorizing the family proclamation?
That's a stack that would fill this whole room. I mean, I love it. I love that he lets his light shine, and it's my opportunity as a correspondent for Mormon Times to let other people see his light and follow that example.
That seemed to be one of his great qualities, is he's very giving. Despite the fact he is very wealthy, he talks about never not paying your tithing, always paying a full tithe, and he seems to be very generous.
His whole life is about giving, not just knives or tie tacks. It's just giving his everything he has. I love it.
Now, as a father of 7, I want to know what you surround your children with. There's a lot of bad stuff out there, Chad, as you know. What do you surround your children with so that they succeed?
First of all, I'm grateful to be surrounded by them. And then my wife and I, we definitely surround them with great music. We always have great music playing in our home. We encourage them to watch great movies, and they are great. So I'm so grateful to be around them.
Your book was such a good read, and it's filled with so many great people. How was that to become a writer and write something like that?
It was fun because it was my opportunity to shine the light on other people. It was not just a book about me and my career in football, and it was a chance to say my coaches, my family, my teammates, my wife, these people are great. This is what they did in my life that changed my life. And so I'd love the opportunity to shine the light on them.
Yeah, that is so great. And I know you're going to be bringing us great stories in the future, but I understand a little over a week you're going to Korea to talk to the troops. Tell us a little bit about that.
That's right. I've been invited by the troops, by our military, to speak to the troops for Veterans Day at Osan Air Force Base in Korea. And I'll also be flying in an F-16. And the pilot of that F-16 is Matt Russell, a great friend of mine from Orem High School, and he has an incredible story, and I hope to be able to share it with everyone.
Yeah, we're going to send you with a camera, hopefully, and you can bring us back the story.
Perfect.
Well, Chad Lewis, thank you so much. Your book is great, How to Surround Yourself with Greatness. We really appreciate it and look forward to more stories with you in the future.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you very much.
Okay, much more to come on Mormon Times. We'll be right back.